Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dahlia and I'm a system strategist and a HoneyBook Pro. And if you're new here, I help business owners build efficient, streamlined, and easy systems in their business so that they can gain back time and freedom in their lives. So, if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you never miss out on when a new video releases on the channel. This video is probably one of the most asked question I get all the time across any type of business is HoneyBook versus Dubsado, and what are the differences? What are the best? Which one's the best option for my business? Which one should I use? Like, why should I use one over the other? So I am going to dive in with you on that topic. So, when we're first talking about a system, the very first thing, the caveat I have to always give is when choosing a system for your business, don't just choose the system that worked for your friend or for another business owner because they're a different person and they're a different business. And what I always say is you have to pick the system that works best for both you and your business. You can't have one without the other because if you pick a system that works really well for you, you enjoy using it, but it doesn't actually help your business, it's not going to work. And if you pick the one that actually you love, like it works for your business, but you don't actually love using it, it's not going to work. You're never going to use it. So, in this video, I want to make sure I preface with that and saying whatever platform you pick, make sure it just works well for your business and it works well and that you enjoy using it. Like you have to actually like using the system and go in it every day. And the thing is, too, it might take a little bit of time to figure that out. So, give yourself some grace in that. You can always take advantage of a free trial and take a peek and see how it works behind the scenes. But before you go all in on investing into a system or like an annual subscription, make sure you give yourself a little bit of time to try it out and consider the needs of your own business. Okay, so HoneyBook versus Dubsado, which is better? Which one should I use? Honestly, I can't tell you the answer to that. I can tell you the answer to the differences between the two platforms, but then you have to be the one to consider like, which do I actually want to use more? So the biggest difference between the two is the simplicity between the two. Simplicity and price, I would say, are the two biggest differences. So the simplicity is HoneyBook is going to be the simpler of the two platforms, whereas Dubsado has a lot higher level automations. Dubsado has more automation options, more workflow options. You can have a lot more freedom to build a workflow the way you want to build it. Whereas HoneyBook is a little more simplified in that, and they have just a few more limitations in that. However, HoneyBook has a pretty simple interface and it's built for simplicity, whereas Dubsado has a little more of a higher level back end to it. So people go in there sometimes and they feel like everything is overwhelming. I don't even know where to start in this platform. Like it's a pretty deep platform behind the scenes with the automations. And so they can feel very overwhelmed by that. Whereas people go into HoneyBook and they say, there's a few things that are overwhelming, but I feel like I can really navigate my way around. And I feel like it's pretty simple once I get the hang of it. So that's a huge piece to the puzzle. And that's something that people often forget. Is it simple enough for me to use and to actually go in and enjoy using? Or do I really need a lot of high level automations in my business? And maybe I need to outsource it to somebody who's an expert and say, I'm going to, invest this into my business to have someone set it up for me and then teach me how to use it instead of me trying to do it on my own because my business needs high level automations. It's really what do you enjoy using? And like I said, there's some features that are different in each of them, but for the most part, Dubsado has a higher level one and it's going to be more robust and HoneyBook is more simplified. That's really the big idea here is the big takeaway is they both have similar features. You can do templates, you can do scheduling, you can do proposals and contracts and integrations and all of those things. But HoneyBook will be the more simplified version of a CRM, whereas Dubsado will give a more robust, a more high level experience behind the scenes. And you'll have some more freedom with the automations, whereas HoneyBook doesn't give as many options in the workflows and automation side as of yet. And if you need that in your business right now, Dubsado is going to be the way to go. But consider too that maybe you need to outsource the setup of your system because you don't have the time to learn a really robust platform. So let me know if that's helpful. That's a very quick overview behind the scenes, and I'm happy to answer questions between different features within both platforms. But really, when it comes down to it, that is the big thing to consider is how simple of a system do you need versus do you need a system that gives you a more high level, robust automations and workflow and the client experience behind the scenes. So, any questions, leave them below for me. I'd love to hear too. Which of the two do you like between? Which do you prefer? I personally am a HoneyBook user. Obviously, I'm a HoneyBook Pro, but I have worked in Dubsado with a number of business owners, and I can speak into that as well, and the difference between, both platforms and the specific features they each offer and the cost behind them as well. So leave a comment. Let me know, which side are you on? Which side have you landed the plane on in your own business, and what you have found to be most helpful about the platform. And then, of course, any questions, leave them below too. There are some HoneyBook specific resources below as well. And then there's also a few other options below for some resources you can take advantage of too. So stay tuned for the next video.